Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back. It is me, your host, Don Mega, and I'm so glad to be back with y'all. It feels like it has been forever, and it almost has been forever. Our last episode was on April 11th, and I know, man, I have been very inconsistent in the last couple months, and I feel like I start every show off now apologizing for the rollout of this show, which used to be a weekly podcast for you all, and I really, really want to get back to the weekly format. It's been easier to go to a bi-weekly thing, but then it takes so much more time and effort and energy to put together multiple weeks worth of news. And then this episode right here is actually 3 weeks worth. So I have, it's just been hectic in my life, a lot of stuff going down, and it's been really, really hard to get everything going. So I apologize. I have 3 weeks worth of news for you. So it's been crazy. But once again, welcome to the show. This is Am I on the Air? If you're new to the show, this is your one-stop shop. This is where you come and you check out this podcast here to find out all the latest and greatest news in the world of entertainment. TV, movies, reviews, the whole nine. This is season 12, episode 7, and tonight's episode is titled Tech Tonic. And I'll explain that a little bit more later. We are broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios. It is May the 2nd. It is a glorious Monday afternoon. And welcome once again to Am I on the Air? AmIOnTheAir.com is your home hub. And since the last episode, I want to kind of shout out a couple things. We did finally get that new Red Dragons Assemble episode up. So if you haven't listened to the newest episode of Red Dragons Assemble, I highly suggest you head on over to RedDragonsRadio.com and listen to the little sideshow that I do with my boys Geeky Pat and Peeps. We do it usually once a month, and it was our big 12th episode. 1 year we've been doing that show, and it's a lot of fun. So go check out the latest episode of Red Dragons Assemble. We just did that one about a week and a half ago or so. On top of that, once again, I got to shout out my other little side project going on right now called Welcome to Banshee. It has been blowing up. We've been doing really great things over there. Once again, if you're not watching Banshee on the Cinemax channel, you are missing out. It is the greatest show on television right now. It is on its 4th and final season, and I do a little side project once a week where we are basically an after show for Banshee. So we got season 1, 2, and 3 wrap-up episodes in the can, and right now for season 4, every weekend we're pumping out a new episode of Welcome to Banshee, me and my boy Lynx, and we talk and break down that week's new episode. So we just got done doing episode 5 a couple nights ago, and only got 3 more episodes left in the season, so get on it and come listen to Welcome to Banshee. Check it out on RedDragonsRadio.com as well. Alrighty, so with that being kind of out the way, little quick plugs, we are now officially live on Google Music Play, so that is awesome. You can listen now to Am I on the Air through your Google Music app. So Google has been very nice to pick us up and add us to their roster, and you can listen to us there. So just one more spot where you can listen to Am I on the Air. I have 4 big movie reviews for you guys here tonight. See, that's what happens when you take 3 weeks off. Tonight I am going to be reviewing The Boss, The Jungle Book, The Huntsman Winter's War, and Keanu. So we got 4 reviews here. Of course, we always do them spoiler-free, so you don't have to fret and be like, oh man, I can't listen because he's going to spoil something. I won't spoil it. That's not what we do here on Am I on the Air. We are spoiler-free. This Friday, of course, in theaters is going to be Captain America Civil War, so I'm super, super excited for that. We are Red Dragons assembling, Geeky Pat and Peeps. We're getting ready to go see it this Friday night in IMAX, and of course, we'll be getting together probably next week, and we'll do an Am I Still on the Air, and we'll break down the spoiler-filled review of Captain America, so keep an eye out for that. Well, let's get into our quick movie reviews of the week. Once again, I'm going to start off with The Boss. This is Melissa McCarthy's latest comedy, directed by her husband, Ben Falcone. Basically, in a nutshell, she plays a lady named Michelle Darnell, kind of ends up real rich lady, one of the richest women in the world. She gets caught for insider trading, goes to jail, loses all her money, and when she gets out, she stays with her former personal assistant, played by Veronica Mars, and they decide to start a new business, kind of like Girl Scouts, but they call it Darnell's Darlings, and they're going to sell brownies, and that this is going to be her quick way back to the top. And if you've seen the trailer, it was hit and miss. I really like the Red Band trailer to this movie because it is rated R. There's a lot of vulgarity to it and a lot of cool stuff that they do. With some people, you're either a fan of Melissa McCarthy's comedies or you're not. I am actually a really big fan of hers. I like her TV show, Mike and Molly. I've enjoyed pretty much every movie she's come out with. Tammy, not so much, but, love The Heat. Love, all the other stuff that she's done. Looking forward to Ghostbusters, and, of course, her in Bridesmaids is hilarious, and Identity Thief, and, stuff like that. So I was looking forward to this, and it was... I'm kind of on a border here with this movie, because this movie was definitely a roller coaster. There was a lot of highs, and there was some lows, and things worked, and other things didn't work. I'm falling in between like a 2 to 3 star kind of scale. I hate giving half stars, so I kind of try to prevent doing it as much as I can. When I walked out of the theater, I figured I'd roll up to a 3 star. But 3 star for me means the movie was really good. And I don't know if I could truly say that about this movie. It's kind of a one-time watch, but it did have a lot of laughs, so I feel bad giving it a 2, but in the end I did settle on a 2 out of 5. 2 for me means it's okay. 2 stars is an okay movie. It did have a lot of laughs throughout it. I really liked Melissa McCarthy's character. I thought some of the side cast was good, but then some of the other stuff was really over the top, like Peter Dinklage's character and stuff like that. So I kind of tug-of-warred with it a little bit, but in the end I settled at 2 out of 5 stars for The Boss. So I would recommend to you to kind of just wait for like Netflix or Home Video or Redbox or whatever for this one. Next movie I'm going to be doing is The Jungle Book, and I was looking really forward to checking this one out after I started hearing all the great word of mouth. A lot of people have been ranting and raving about this one, and I was like, all right, man, gotta check it out. And, I was never a big fan of Jungle Book as a kid from the Disney animated. This wasn't my jam back then. But I'll tell you what, this is directed by Jon Favreau, who did Iron Man, and Jon Favreau, he's an actor too. And, he did an amazing job with this movie. I was really, really impressed by it. This movie is like 99% CGI, and you don't even realize it. That's how good they did with it. So my hat is off to them. They did an amazing job. This movie is a massive hit, and they've already announced that part 2 is going to be coming out here soon in the next couple years. So they're moving straight forward with this. It looks like we're going to have a new franchise on our hands. Jon Favreau is returning, and we'll be getting a Jungle Book 2 right now. Andy Serkis is shitting in his pants because he was supposed to do a Jungle Book movie later in the year. They've already pushed his movie back a full year, and now they're saying they might even yank it just because of how good this one's doing. I think they don't want to compete with it, so you can't blame them. But yeah, Jungle Book is awesome. You should definitely go see it, and a lot of people are going back to see it multiple times. I give this one 4 out of 5 stars. Next movie is The Huntsman: Winter's War. This is a prequel / sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman that came out a couple years ago with Kristen Stewart as Snow White, Chris Hemsworth playing the Huntsman, and of course you had Charlize Theron as the evil queen. A lot of people are confused with this movie because, and I'll tell you, I was confused too, because the marketing on this film really lays it out as a prequel. And honestly, the first half hour is like a prequel, and then the rest of the film is actually a sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman. So, there is no Kristen Stewart in this. They decided to go a different route. They changed directors. They dumped the Snow White character. Kinda. There is reference to Snow White in the later part of the movie, but it's not Kristen Stewart. So it tells an earlier backstory of Charlize Theron's evil queen, and she has a sister played by Emily Blunt, who then becomes the Ice Queen, very Frozen Elsa style, and she builds an army of these huntsmen, being Chris Hemsworth and Jessica Chastain joining the group as kids. Something happens in the beginning of the film. We then fast forward to basically like 7 months after Snow White and the Huntsman, and then the movie becomes a sequel, and we kind of move forward from there, and we continue with these characters. I liked Snow White and the Huntsman. I didn't love it. I thought it was just a joke that Kristen Stewart was Snow White and the mirror saying she was the fairest of them all. Give me a break, especially over Charlize Theron. But it was an okay movie. I was looking forward to this one because we didn't have Kristen Stewart anymore, and we brought in Emily Blunt and we brought in Jessica Chastain. They really beefed up the cast for this one, and I enjoyed it. This movie's kind of getting a beating at the box office. I mean, it did debut at number 2 last weekend, and it made a little over $20 million, which to me, over $20 million is a decent debut, but compared to Snow White and the Huntsman, that movie made like 50-something million in its opening weekend, so that was a little rough. So, I don't think we're getting any more Huntsman films, but I really did enjoy this. It's a good little action movie, and I gave this one 3 out of 5. And lastly, I have the big new release from this past weekend, which is the movie debut of our boys Key and Peele from Comedy Central's Key and Peele show. This movie is Keanu. And if you've seen the commercials, basically Jordan Peele's character is very down on his luck and sad because his girlfriend dumped him. And he hears something at his door, and he finds this adorable little kitten that he takes in and he names Keanu. So then his house gets broken into and the cat gets stolen, and Key and Peele go on a journey to try to get the cat back. That's about as much as I can give into this without spoiling anything. But I love Key and Peele. Their show is hilarious to me. I've always loved them back from when I used to watch Mad TV and those guys were on it. So they're awesome. This movie here, I really liked it. I was expecting a little bit more. I would say my anticipation was higher. I actually had this on my honorable mentions list when we did our top 10 most anticipated films of the year a couple months ago in the Am I Still in the Air episode. And I hadn't even seen the trailer yet. Just the concept, I was really looking forward to this. And I know how funny Key and Peele can be, so I had really super high expectations. And unfortunately, it didn't quite hit that. But it did a really good job, and there are a ton of great laughs in this film. I really enjoyed it, but it just wasn't enough for me to push it to that next level. So in the end, I gave it a 3 out of 5. But don't let that deter you. I know sometimes when I give a movie 3 stars, people think like, oh, you hated it. I didn't hate it. 3 is good. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Definitely go out and check it out if you're a fan of comedy, and especially if you're a fan of Key and Peele. I think you can enjoy it. All right? So those are your big movie reviews. We had The Boss, 2 out of 5. The Jungle Book, 4 out of 5. Huntsman Winter's War, 3 out of 5, and Keanu, 3 out of 5. So those are your movie reviews. And are you ready? Let's take a shift, and I got 3 weeks worth of movie news to catch you up on, so let's get it a-rockin' and a-rollin'. Alright, up first, The X-Files, the complete series box set is coming in June to Blu-ray, so that is pretty cool. Check that out. Steven Spielberg and Mark Rylance are going to re-team for the kidnapping of Edgardo Mortora. So that is something they are working on now. Matt LeBlanc's Showtime show Episodes, Season 5, its upcoming Season 5, will be the show's last, and they're going to be pulling the plug on that one. A Mad TV revival is coming to the CW. Funny, I just mentioned Mad TV a couple seconds ago with Key and Peele. Like I said, the Jungle Book sequel is in development, so that is already moving on. Actress Teresa Thompson, who was in the Creed movie, she was awesome in Creed, has just joined Thor Ragnarok. So she is going to be returning there, and word on the street has it, Natalie Portman is not returning. So I don't know how they're going to just write out Jane Foster, especially with the way that the last Thor movie ended. But it doesn't look like she is coming there. Scott Eastwood, who is going to be seen next in the upcoming Suicide Squad film, has just joined the cast of Fast and Furious 8. Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil on the Netflix show, revealed that The Defenders will begin production this year. They're going to start putting that thing together. If you don't know, The Defenders is basically the Avengers kind of mashup of all the Netflix guys. So it's going to be Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. So that is a pretty cool. Marvel says that they'll probably be announcing the Captain Marvel cast and director later this summer. So we'll finally find out who Carol Danvers is going to be played by. Degrassi Next Class is coming to Netflix, and it now has a series premiere date. We have the first TV trailer for Bloodline Season 2, the Netflix show. We have a first teaser for Ray Donovan Season 4 that you can check out there. We have a new trailer for the Angry Birds movie, because I know everybody's screaming out for some Angry Birds. Denzel Washington is going to direct and star in a new film called Fences. FXX has renewed Man Seeking Woman for a third season. I don't know how this show keeps getting picked up. This show sucks so bad. It is so dumb. But, hey, congratulations to them, right? They keep getting pulled for that. Bad Robot's movie God Particle has just added John Krasinski as an astronaut for their upcoming film there. The People vs. O.J. Simpson over on the FX channel was 2016's most watched cable television show. That is pretty amazing there. I actually have all of it on the DVR. I watched the first couple episodes and I kind of fell off. But they're all on the DVR and I'll finish it eventually. Rumor has it that the original trilogy of Star Wars is going to be heading back to the big screen this summer. So that is pretty cool. Degrassi, once again, I'm talking about Degrassi again. Jeez, man, popping up all over the place. Degrassi, the Next Class, has been renewed for seasons 3 and 4. Take this for some really cool casting news. Sir Elton John is in negotiations to join the Kingsman, the Golden Circle. Yes, the next Kingsman movie, Elton John is in negotiations. Fox has renewed New Girl for season 6. That is awesome. I love New Girl. Who's that girl? It's Jess. Such a funny show. If you haven't seen New Girl, definitely check it out. But yeah, season 6 is a-coming. So looking forward to that. Underworld. There is a new Underworld movie coming with my girl Kate Beckinsale, and it comes out later this year, I believe in October, and they have released the official title for the 5th film. It is going to be called Underworld Blood Wars. So I like that. I like that title a lot. We're finding out that Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2 are actually not being filmed back to back, and the Russo brothers are saying that they are going to be two completely different films, and that they're going to be very different from each other. So that's very interesting to me. You know, whether it be lineups, maybe we'll get the Netflix and all the Guardians in part 2, but they're saying it's going to be really, really different, and that it's not going to be like part 1 ends on a big cliffhanger, wait till next year to get part 2. And they're saying it's not that. So very interesting there. Looking so forward to Avengers Infinity War. Spider-Man Homecoming, which of course is the big solo next Spider-Man film with Marvel at the head, says that they may be featuring an appearance by the Vulture. So the Vulture may be the villain in the upcoming Spider-Man film. Let's see here. We have a new Secret Life of Pets trailer that you can check out. This movie feels like it's taken 5 years to come out. Enough with the trailers, let's get this damn thing out. Warner Brothers officially confirms we're going to get that standalone Batman movie with Ben Affleck. And yes, he will write it, he will direct it. It is coming, and I'm so stoked for this. Ben Affleck's Batman was awesome in Batman v Superman. I thought Ben Affleck was the quintessential Batman, the best Bruce Wayne. Just in one movie, he had me sold as the best we've ever had, and I cannot wait to see a solo Batman film with Ben Affleck at the helm, controlling it all. It's going to be awesome. I'm glad we officially, finally got that confirmation. Trainspotting 2 starts shooting in May. The first official trailer for Doctor Strange came out, so definitely check that out if you haven't. Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange, and the trailer is pretty damn awesome. It's like Inception in the Marvel world. I really, really dug it, and can't wait to see this movie come November. We've been rumored that this movie was coming for a long time, and I'm talking about the sequel of Men in Black / 21 Jump Street crossover that Sony was talking about doing, that a lot of people just hate the idea of, and I think it's actually pretty genius and could be really, really funny. It is officially confirmed now by Sony. The movie will be called MIB 23. So yes, it has an official title. It is happening. Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover, officially titled MIB 23, coming soon. Woo! And yes, if you're wondering, I don't know if I talked about this on the last show, but if you caught what I said about Spider-Man's title of the movie being called Homecoming, that is the official title of the solo Spider-Man movie that will be coming out next year, with Tom Holland reprising his role as Spider-Man after he makes his debut in Civil War this weekend. Which I'm hearing nothing but great things about how awesome Spider-Man is in this film. He's not in it much, but they say that this is definitely the Spider-Man. You can tell Marvel's got it right with their hands on it. But yes, the movie will be called Spider-Man Homecoming. A lot of people don't really care for the title. It has kind of a double meaning. It's a homecoming to Marvel. It could take place around a homecoming dance, and Spider-Man's in high school. Definitely a lot going to it. But yes, Spider-Man Homecoming is the new title. Sony confirms they will be doing the Charlie's Angels reboot as well, with so that's really, really cool. No casting news on that one yet. Luke Cage, producer, compares the new Netflix series to The Wire. Says they're very similar in tone there. Mark Rylance, we already talked about him reteaming with Steven Spielberg, but he's going to do it again, as he's just been added to Ready Player One, Steven Spielberg's next film. Bravo renews Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce for 3 more seasons. Yeah, not just renewed, but 3 more seasons. And this is another show I've never heard of before in my life, and somehow it gets 3 seasons of extension. So, okay. Charlize Theron officially added to Fast and Furious 8 roster. She is the villain, so that is awesome. I think we might have talked about that last time, but just throwing it back out there again in case you missed it. Charlize Theron is going to be the villain in Fast and Furious 8. I don't know why they're doing this, but Disney is prepping a live-action Peter Pan movie with the director of Pete's Dragon. We just had a Peter Pan movie like a couple months ago, and it bombed. So I don't know why Disney wants to do this, but hey, you do what you got to do. Simon Kinberg revealed that yes, Wolverine 3 will take place in the future, so that is kind of confirmation there. In some news that broke and the news that was debunked all within the last time of me doing an episode of Am I on the Air, Michael Keaton was in talks to play a villain in Spider-Man Homecoming. We all got very, very excited, and about a week later they said those talks fell through and Michael Keaton will not be a part of Spider-Man Homecoming. So very, very sad. I thought that would have been awesome to have Michael Keaton join the roster, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Let's see here. David Wenham joins Marvel's Iron Fist cast. I think he's going to play a villain on that there. Sorry, bear with me here. Got a lot of news to skim through, and I'm going to skip over some stuff, as I always do, that doesn't mean much. Going back to Kingsman, the Golden Circle, they've added another big name to their cast, and this time it's Channing Tatum. Yes, Channing Tatum has joined the cast of Kingsman 2, so that is pretty cool there. And I think that also means that Gambit just got pushed back one more time. Isabella Moner has just been added to Transformers 5. We have Everything Wrong with the Wicker Man in 16 minutes or less. The first trailer for the Neon Demon. Despicable Me 3 will introduce Gru's long-lost twin brother Drew, who is identical in every way, minus a full head of hair. So, good to know we're moving forward on Despicable Me 3. The main villain in Despicable Me 3 will be voiced by South Park's Trey Stone as well. It's official, Benedict Cumberbatch is the new Grinch. They're going to be doing a new Grinch movie, so that is pretty cool. Benedict Cumberbatch, I could see being really good with this. The new Star Trek TV series that is coming is probably going to be taking place in the timeline before Star Trek The Next Generation. Warren Beatty says he still wants to make a Dick Tracy sequel. We have the first photo of Scarlett Johansson in the Ghost in the Shell movie, as that is currently filming right now. Ian Grufford, who most people know as Mr. Fantastic, he's also on the show forever. He has joined the cast of the TV show Unreal. The Deadpool movie is bringing back the entire creative team for the sequel. So, not only Ryan Reynolds, but the director, the marketing team, the producers, everybody is back that was involved in the first film. So that is pretty awesome. I'm very excited about that. Jason Statham is set to star in the giant shark movie called Meg. We've talked about this movie for a long time, and it's good to see that it's finally moving forward, and I like the addition here of Jason Statham. James Cameron announced that not only is he going to be putting out those 3 Avatar movies we've heard of, but he's now added a 4th. Yes, there will be 4 Avatar movies coming in the next several years, and he says that he will make each movie stand on their own, but they will also connect together as a whole series. So, get ready for 4 more Avatar movies in the next 5 years. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Spike TV has greenlit a new original series based on The Mist. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be pretty awesome. Joe Manganiello had to pull out of the History Channel drama show called Six due to some health issues. So hope that he is doing better. That is pretty scary when you hear stuff like that happening. Suicide Squad director David Ayer says he wants to make a R-rated sequel happen here soon. So that would be pretty cool because we all love our R-rated comic book heroes. Crispin Glover and Jonathan Tucker have joined the American Gods cast. The Tales from the Crypt revival that's being headed by M. Night Shyamalan has been greenlit for 10 episodes that will air on TNT. So that's cool to see that that's moving forward. Jackie Earle Haley joins The Dark Tower and The Tick. It's official. The new animated film Batman the Killing Joke has been officially rated R, which is the first time that one of the animated films has been rated R. Game of Thrones may end with 2 shortened seasons, so they might be nearing the end here for Game of Thrones. Nothing confirmed yet, though, so don't go getting crazy yet. Let's see here. We have the first official trailer for When the Bow Breaks. This movie looks horrible, by the way. Horrible. This new Ghostbusters video game coming on July 12th. The original cut of Batman v Superman was 4 hours long, and that's with absolutely everything kept in. The movie was 4 hours long. I want to see that version. Give it to me now. There was a big story going around that AMC Theaters was going to allow texting. 24 hours later, they came out with a big article saying, nope, we're not allowing it, so everybody can calm down. So that is cool, and I'm glad that that got kind of shunned. The showrunners for Marvel's The Defenders over on Netflix will be the showrunners for Daredevil, so that makes me feel very good, because we all love Daredevil, and I'm glad that they're continuing that over. Fear the Walking Dead has been renewed for a 3rd season. 007 director Sam Mendes is going to direct The Voyeur's Motel. You can see the first trailer for Season 2 of Mr. Robot right now. Netflix renews F is for Family for a Season 2. Domhnall Gleeson and Michelle Pfeiffer join the new Darren Aronofsky film. No title set as of yet. The Rock and Kevin Hart are looking to join the Jumanji remake over at Sony Pictures. They are in negotiations, but then breaking news happened last week and The Rock officially announced that he is on board. No update yet on Kevin Hart, but The Rock is signed and will be a part of the Jumanji reboot, so that is pretty awesome there. The script has been turned in for the New Mutants over at Fox for the X-Men spinoff, so that is really exciting. Courtney B. Vance has joined Tom Cruise's Mummy reboot. Let's see here. Brie Larson is set to host SNL in May with Alicia Keys as a performance. J.K. Simmons teases his Commissioner Gordon in the Justice League Part 1, which he does state in there that he has a very small role in Part 1, and his role will elaborate into future films, which is kind of what we expected. We have the first trailer for Equals, starring Kristen Stewart and Nicholas Hoult. Director John M. Chu, who did Now You See Me 2, has been signed on to come back and do Now You See Me 3. So, I don't know why they jump the gun sometimes with this stuff, because Now You See Me 2 could bomb, and then now they've already locked him in for it. I mean, I guess they could always let him out, but I don't know why they announce sequels for movies in advance that way when you don't know how the second film's going to do. You can kind of do it with like Marvel films and Star Wars films, you know, big tentpoles, but I don't know how you do that with a movie like this. Like the first one wasn't that massive of a hit, and then you're going to put out a second one and then immediately be like, we're bringing back the same director and we're going to do a third one. Like, hold your horses, man. Pump the brakes a little bit, but yeah. So John M. Chu signed to come back for Now You See Me 3. Naomi Watts is going to star in Netflix's new psychological thriller called Gypsy. I know my boy Lynx is going to love this news. I've already forwarded it to him, and he got really, really excited and squealed like a little girl. There's going to be a Twilight Zone reboot. He loves the Twilight Zone, and there's going to be a Twilight Zone reboot coming down the road here from the creators of BioShock, and they want to make it interactive. They want to kind of do the choose your own story, vote online, you know, decide how certain things are going to play out. It'll be voted on by the fans. That's pretty cool, and we'll see how the show goes from there. But yeah, look forward to some new Twilight Zone. Castle stars Stana Katic and Tamala Jones are leaving ahead of the season 9 finale. So that's pretty big shakeup there for people that are fans of Castle. Jurassic World sequel is going to be, it has its new director. So let's see here. You know? Sorry about that. I don't know if you saw or you heard it in the background. My damn work phone was ringing with the wrong number, so I had to put a little quick pause on there while we looked into what was going on there. So, that's real life happening while we're trying to record a show live here at the Red Dragons Radio Studios. So, yes, Jurassic World is going to be directed by J.A. Bayona. He directed the movie The Impossible. So we had heard his name out before. He was going to direct the sequel to World War Z. Then he dropped out from that. And yes, Universal Studios has confirmed and picked him up to direct the upcoming sequel to Jurassic World. So very cool there. I'm excited about this. I told you how I feel about my show Banshee. Well, one of the big villains on Banshee is Ulrich Thompson. And I love Ulrich Thompson. He plays a guy named Proctor on Banshee. He's so badass. He's just been tapped to star as a mysterious villain on The Blacklist. Yes, James Spader's show The Blacklist over on NBC. Yes, my boy Ulrich Thompson is coming over to The Blacklist. So congratulations to him there. Captain America Civil War is tracking for a $175 million opening, so hells yeah. Mel Gibson, Kurt Russell, and Kate Hudson join the Barbary Coast TV series. I don't know much more else about that. Walter Goggins is replacing Joe Manganiello in the show I told you he had to drop out for the History Channel called Six. So it will now star Walter Goggins. Marvel's Iron Fist has also added a few new branches to the Mecham, or Meacham, maybe I don't know how I'm pronouncing that right, Meacham family. And speaking of Banshee, it's one of my boys from Banshee coming over to Iron Fist as well. Marvel's Iron Fist has added a few new branches to the tree as 90210 actress Jessica Stroup has been cast as Joy Meacham and in the Netflix series, and Tom Pelphrey from Banshee, he plays Bunker over on Banshee. He's been cast as her brother Ward Meacham. So the two have joined the cast of the upcoming Iron Fist show over on Netflix. I'm so happy to see these Banshee guys getting new gigs and signing on for these new shows. Siobhan from Banshee, played by Trice Kelly Dunn, she has a recurring role on Blind Spot right now, and it's just really cool because Banshee's ending. Obviously, it's in the last season, so it always makes me very psyched to see them sign on for all these new projects. Let's see here what else we got. Daisy Ridley is going to headline the new Bad Robot-produced fantasy romance called Coma. Kevin Bacon is in talks to join the new Amazon comedy from Transparent's creator. Everybody Loves Raymond's star Doris Roberts passed away at the age of 90. Very, very sad there, and our thoughts and prayers go out to her. She was awesome. I loved her in Grandma's Boy. such a cool role. We have the new official second trailer for Warcraft. We have the trailer for Hands of Stone, the new boxing movie starring Edgar Ramirez and Robert De Niro. We have Everything Wrong with the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. We have some first set photos for Iron Fist that you can check out right now. Some set photos for The Magnificent Seven, starring Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. We have the first look picture, and this is really cool, of Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa in the upcoming Power Rangers movie. She looks pretty awesome. I really, really dug the outfit and the style that they went with, so that is pretty cool there. Michael Strahan will join Good Morning America full time, so he's leaving live with Kelly and Michael, so good luck to him. Riddick director David Choi is going to helm a new sci-fi drama called Ice Moon Rising. William Dafoe has joined the Justice League movie in a mystery role. And supposedly they're saying he's not playing a bad guy, that he's playing a good guy. I find that hard to believe because William Dafoe is such a great villain. Why would they waste him on a good guy? But in any case, it's a great casting addition to Justice League, which is now currently filming. I haven't really seen any pictures of this production. I want to see some stuff. I want to get really, really excited for Justice League. I'm so stoked it comes out next year. But another great addition here, William Dafoe joining Justice League. HBO officially sets the premiere dates of a couple new shows and Ballers Season 2. HBO has confirmed that upcoming limited series called The Night Of, the second season of Ballers, and the new series Vice Principals have some premiere dates. The Night Of will premiere Sunday, July 10th, while Ballers and Vice Principals will debut back-to-back on Sunday, July 17th. So looking forward to that. I love Ballers, and Vice Principals looks hilarious. I can't wait for these. Vin Diesel reveals the first poster for Fast and Furious 8. You can check that out there. NBC has set the Season 2 premiere date for Aquarius with David Duchovny, and I think it's going to be a 2-hour season premiere when they do launch that. Yep, 2-hour premiere without commercials as well, so damn. We have the first trailer for The Girl on the Train, starring Emily Blunt, based on the book. This movie looks pretty intense. It looks like it's going to be this year's Gone Girl. It makes me very, very excited, looking forward to this one here. Mike and Dave need wedding dates. We have the Red Band trailer for that one. We have the first official teaser trailer for The Magnificent Seven, which is awesome. I love this trailer, man. Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington, directed by Antoine Fuqua, looks really, really good. I hate Westerns, by the way, but I will go see The Magnificent Seven. We also have the main official trailer for Adam Sandler's next Netflix movie called The Do-Over, and you can check that out. Batman v Superman has officially crossed the $850 million mark worldwide, so, it doesn't look like it's going to hit that $1 billion mark we had all hoped for, but $850 million ain't too shabby. Congratulations to Jennifer Aniston, who's been named by People magazine as the world's most beautiful woman. I cannot argue with that. She is pretty damn hot. Let's see here. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Idris Elba is set to star in a 6-part Showtime series called Gorilla. So I'll watch it. I love anything Showtime does, so hells yeah. Rumor has it that X-23, I believe is her name, the woman clone spin-off of Wolverine, the female Wolverine with 2 claws and 1 out of her foot, may be making an appearance in Wolverine 3. So we might be introducing a female Wolverine to maybe take his place in upcoming films. We'll see. So that's just a rumor there. Jon Favreau says Spider-Man made him smile every second he was on screen in Captain America Civil War, so that's really cool feedback to get. We have the article up of everything that's coming to Hulu in May. We have the official trailer for The Infiltrator, starring Bryan Cranston. Selena Gomez autobiographical drama is in the works over at the Lifetime channel. We have the Red Band trailer for The Do-Over, that Adam Sandler movie. MTV has renewed the Shannara Chronicles for Season 2. FX has set premiere dates for Tyrant, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, that you can check out. Crackle has announced that they're going to be doing a TV series based on the movie Snatch, and they're going to be doing Supermansion Season 2, and another Dead Rising, this time called Dead Rising Endgame. Mr. Robot also has a Season 2 premiere date for this summer. Check that out. Wayward Pines released some very disturbing key art for Season 2, which I'm looking forward to. The Blade Runner sequel has been moved up officially to October of 2017, so that's really cool. It's going to happen sooner rather than later. Max Greenfield is in talks to join the Glass Castle, joining Brie Larson over there. Nina Dobrev joins Ellen Page and Diego Luna in the upcoming Flatliners remake. Emilia Clarke says that she will not be returning for any more Terminator films. Of course, she played the young Sarah Connor in Terminator Genesis, and I thought she did a really good job, so I don't know why she's kind of being a little like, no, I'm not doing it, because, no, Emilia, you signed a contract, so if they want you to come back, you're coming back. But I think if they do another Terminator, they're probably going to go a different route, not the Genesis route, so that's probably why she's saying she's not coming back. But if they want her to come back, she signed that contract, she's coming back, so say no all you want there, buddy. Thanos will finally get his chance to shine in Avengers Infinity War. The writers of the film are saying they got some really good stuff planned, and they've really lined up some intense stuff for Josh Brolin as Thanos to really kick some ass. We have the first official trailer for Jason Bourne. Yes, the next Bourne movie starring Matt Damon is coming out this summer, and it looks incredible. So glad to see a first full trailer for that. Alfonso Cuarón is going to lend a hand to Andy Serkis's 2018 Jungle Book. He's going to be like an advisor on it, but like I said, last I heard, there might not even be a Jungle Book, so we'll see what happens with that one. In some sad news, and well, first I'm going to say we also got the Everything Wrong with Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. We had a couple big deaths last week, or a couple weeks ago. First off, if you're a WWE fan, Chyna passed away. She was found dead in her apartment, and I'm a massive wrestling fan. I used to do a wrestling podcast, shout out Future Endeavors, and Chyna was a massive star. She was a big female wrestler who could kick a dude's ass and kick a female's ass. She's a former women's champion. She also joined the Royal Rumble when it was only just guys, and she won the Intercontinental title, the only female to win the Intercontinental Championship. She was, a trailblazer. She really carved out a special niche in the market that was never really filled again. And she's led a very rough life over the past 10 years or so. And it's very unfortunate that she has passed away at such a young age. I believe she was only 45. So very, very sad. And then to top it all off, literally a couple hours later, we find out that Prince has passed away. Prince, legendary Prince Rogers Nelson, kiss, I'm a massive Prince fan, and I've always loved Prince since I was a kid. I think When Doves Cry is probably one of the greatest songs of all time. Purple Rain, Graffiti Bridge, he's got the movies, just that whole Purple Rain CD. He changed his name to a symbol. I just took that wave with him throughout all of this, and had always continued to be a fan, and he was such an inspirational artist. He played all his own instruments. He played guitar, drums, bass, anything you put in front of him, he could do. He was amazing, and I think he was only 57 years old, and to see somebody like Prince, who was always in such great health and took care of himself, and just gone, just like that. And it's definitely very heartbreaking. Prince and Michael Jackson were my two dudes, growing up in pop music. And we lost Michael several years ago, and now we've lost Prince. So for my generation, we've lost, two of the biggest icons that my generation will probably ever see. So it was a pretty big one right there, and very, very sad to see there. So he died at the age of 57. Thoughts and prayers to him, his family, everybody. Toxicology reports have been done, and we'll find out what happened. But I guess he had pneumonia leading up to it, and maybe pneumonia took him, and just really, really sad. So, much love to Prince, and, you'll always be in our hearts. And, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. And no truer words have ever been spoken. Alrighty, let's get back to the news. Where am I? Damn you, Prince! Carrie-Anne Moss has joined AMC's AI series called Humans. Superman origin story called Krypton nears a pilot order over at the Sci-Fi Channel. It's getting very close to getting approved for a pilot. Leonardo DiCaprio, The Rock, and Nicki Minaj are among Time Magazine's 100 most influential people. Empire star Bershi Y. Gray, on Twitter at Yaz the Greatest, has been cast in BET's New Edition biopic film. We have the trailer for The Founder, starring Michael Keaton. Looks really, really cool, kind of the start to McDonald's. MTV saying they're going to revive the Unplugged series, so we might get some music again on MTV. What a shocker. Robert Downey Jr. says that he will return for Sherlock Holmes 3, and they hope to get that going here in the next year or so. Game of Thrones has been officially renewed for Season 7. Hasbro Cinematic Universe Writers Room has enlisted some Marvel Studios writers and a whole bunch of other people to put together their shared universe that will be them, and Mask and all kinds of cool Hasbro stuff tied together. So that'll be really, really cool. HBO, on top of renewing Game of Thrones, has also renewed Silicon Valley and Veep for 2017. I love Silicon Valley, by the way, so check that out if you have HBO. Great, great show. In some really cool casting news, Robert Downey Jr. has signed on to join Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes, the solo Spider-Man movie that comes out next year will have Tony Stark in it, and that is really, really cool. I don't know how big of a role he'll have, but it's great to see Marvel and Sony working together, cross-pollinating with their characters, and I can't wait to see Robert Downey Jr. in the Spider-Man film. Let's see here. Carmichael, Gerard Carmichael from the Carmichael TV show that's on NBC right now has officially joined Mark Wahlberg in Transformers 5. So that's cool. He's a really funny dude. So hopefully that'll bring some cool stuff over to Transformers 5. The Rock announced that Pamela Anderson has officially joined the Baywatch movie. Holla! We already knew David Hasselhoff was up in there, and I'm glad they got Pamela. As much as you needed David Hasselhoff to pop up in that film, you needed Pamela Anderson as well, and that makes me very happy. The MTV Video Music Awards are set to make their Madison Square Garden debut later this year. Knock Knock star Ana de Armas, who is so hot, she has officially joined the Blade Runner 2 movie, so that is very, very cool. We have the second trailer for Independence Day Resurgence, which just looks insane. I don't know how we're going to survive this movie, man. It looks like we are so outgunned, and the ship is like bigger than the whole damn planet, so good luck. I can't wait to see how we get out of Independence Day Resurgence. Let's see. Let's see. Deadpool is now officially available on digital HD. You can download it right now if you want, and it'll be available in a couple weeks on Blu-ray. We're going to get a sequel to Daddy's Home. I love this movie. This was the movie starring Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, as they fought being stepdad versus real dad. They're going to do a sequel. The movie made a lot of money, and I love this film. It is super funny, and I can't wait to see what direction they go with the sequel, but we are getting a second Daddy's Home film. We have a new Season 2 trailer for The Rock Show Ballers over on HBO. You can check that out right now. We have everything coming in May to Netflix. Fran Kranz joins The Dark Tower. Vince Vaughn joins brutal brawl in Cell Block 99 from the director of Bone Tomahawk. Marvel's Inhumans movie loses its release date. Yes, it has been yanked from Phase 3. Marvel's Kevin Feige says the reason they really moved it was because they're going to be doing that new Indiana Jones movie, and it's coming out literally around the same time as Inhumans. They don't want to compete with it, and they're going to shift it a little bit. So a lot of people are kind of running with, oh my god, Inhumans is in trouble, they're canceling it, da-da-da-da. I think they're just pushing it back to another phase. It's not that big of a deal. It'll probably be the first movie of Phase 4. They just had to shift the release date back a little bit. They did add Spider-Man Homecoming. They added Ant-Man and the Wasp. They added 2 other movies to the roster that they weren't planning on when they announced the first set of movies. So it makes sense. Inhumans was the last film of Phase 3. We'll just shift it back a little bit, right? So I think everybody needs to chill out a little bit when it comes to Inhumans. But it will not be coming out in 2019 like originally stated for Phase 3. Part 1 of Stephen King's It movie is coming soon. Sigourney Weaver says that Neil Blomkamp's Alien film will be worth the wait. Looking forward to that. Princess Purple Rain is playing at AMC theaters all across the U.S. and Carmike cinemas as well, and obviously to show our love for Prince. So that's very cool there. Grimm's 6th season will be shorter than usual. It will be a slower season, a little shorter season there for the 6th upcoming season. Sorry, give me one sec. Green Lantern Corps. This is the movie that Geeky Pat's looking forward to more than anything else in the world. The rumor going around for Green Lantern Corps is that they will actually feature 3 Green Lantern's in it. According to a rumor going around, we will see an older Hal Jordan helping out with a Jon Stewart and Kyle Rayner. So we'll see there. Hal Jordan, they say, is going to be like 40-something, and the other two Lanterns will be younger. So Green Lantern Corps scheduled still to come out in 2020. We have the third official trailer for X-Men Apocalypse. This trailer was pretty awesome. I loved it. And at the very end, you get Shlink! And it was, it was the claws. So that was, very, very cool. We get our official confirmation that, yes, Wolverine is in the film. I know some people were bitching, once again, oh, the trailers show too much. Shut up. It's Wolverine, man. You knew he was going to be in this movie. He's been in every X-Men movie. Why would he not be in this? Especially coming off of Days of Future Past. It makes no sense that he wouldn't be in this film. So don't tell me it ruined it for you. They didn't even show you Jackman. All they showed was the claws coming out of a hand. So stop. They teased it perfectly. This movie's going to be awesome. It comes out next month, and I cannot wait to see it. So check out the new trailer right now on our Facebook, on our Twitter, and on amiontheair.com under the trailers tab. We have the first teaser trailer for Vice Principals, that new HBO show I told you to check out. Stars Danny McBride. It looks hilarious. Let's see here. Prince's Greatest Hits album is number 1 on the Billboard charts. Look at that, shocker. Everybody paying their love to him. We have the full Twin Peaks cast listing now that the series is done recording. They're done shooting it, and it will be on Showtime next year. You can now check out the full cast. There's a lot of crazy people pop up in this one. WGN America renews their show Underground for a season 2. Jason Clarke is set to star as Ted Kennedy in Chappaquiddick. Okay. Joaquin Phoenix in talks to join John C. Reilly in The Sisters Brothers. Jennifer Hudson and Harvey Fierstein are going to star in NBC's Hairspray Live. Lionsgate Movies' Borderlands has landed a new screenwriter. That's the video game adaptation for Borderlands. A sequel is in development to the Goosebumps movie, so that's pretty cool there. Wesley Snipes has partnered up with WWE Studios to make a bunch of action movies, so they've done a nice little agreement together. Disney has put out a big press release announcing some release dates and some surprises. Disney officially announces Maleficent 2 and The Jungle Book 2. I know I jumped ahead a little bit earlier about Jungle Book, but the current schedule will next deliver Alice in Wonderland sequel Alice Through the Looking Glass on theaters May 27th. August 12th will then bring the updated take on Pete's Dragon, while March 17th, 2017 will bring the live-action take on Beauty and the Beast. In addition, Jungle Book 2 and Maleficent 2 are in the works, as well as Cruella, which will star Emma Stone with the 101 Dalmatians villain movie coming there. A Wrinkle in Time is being adapted with Ava DuVernay directing. Jungle Cruise will star Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And Tim Burton will direct a Dumbo movie. On top of that, Rob Marshall will take on the Mary Poppins sequel with Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel Miranda set to star. Also, The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. And finally, Reese Witherspoon will play Tinkerbell in an untitled scripted movie coming soon. So lots of big stuff coming from Disney. Nathan Fillion just shot an amazing cameo for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so we'll wait and see what that brings us. Let's see. We have a first look at Neil Patrick Harris in the Lemony Snicket series that's coming to Netflix. Sarah Paulson is joining the J.D. Salinger biopic Rebel in the Rye. We have the first poster and trailer for Stephen King's adaptation of his book The Cell, starring John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson. Screen Gems Pictures is set to remake See No Evil. We have all the titles coming to Amazon Prime and Amazon Video in the month of May. Plans are underway for big screen versions of Mark Millar's Super Crooks and American Jesus. Star Wars star Daisy Ridley will headline The Lost Wife. Dutch actress Sylvia Hoeks has taken the lead role in Blade Runner 2. Game of Thrones premiere that happened last weekend sets new ratings records, so congratulations to them. Micah Monroe, Rosa Salazar, and Zendaya are being eyed for Battle Angel. Yes, they're still going forward with that Battle Angel movie, and these are the people at the top of the list. They've also added Bella Thorne as a later addition to that list for Alita Battle Angel. We have the first official trailer for Batman's The Killing Joke, that rated R animated film we talked about earlier. Richard E. Grant joins the Wolverine sequel in a new mysterious role. The next Call of Duty looks like it'll be called Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and it could include a Modern Warfare 4 remaster edition for free with it, which Modern Warfare 4, the first Modern Warfare game, is what got me started on Call of Duty many years ago. So to think that the new version will include a remastered version of that game we all know and love gets me super excited for our new game here in a couple months. The Nintendo NX is coming in March of 2017. The Legend of Zelda will also launch on the new system. You can check out the new trailer for the long-awaited Edward Snowden movie, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt and directed by Oliver Stone. So you can check that out right now. We're bringing back Wet Hot American Summer. It did really well on Netflix last year, which was a prequel, and now they're going to do a direct sequel. It's called Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later, and it's coming to Netflix next year. Looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. Alien Covenant is now filming, so look forward to that. Also, Fast 8 is currently filming. Vin Diesel's been putting out pictures from the set and stuff, so that's really cool. Filming has begun on the Hitman's Bodyguard, starring Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, so that's going to be really cool. Fox has officially ordered the 24 spinoff called 24 Legacy. CBS renews its entire daytime schedule. Martin Short and Derek Hough join NBC's Hairspray Live. The My Little Pony movie has been moved up a couple weeks for next year. The upcoming season 3 of The Leftovers is going to head to Australia for the next season. Jamie Foxx is in talks to lead the R-rated puppet noir called The Happy Time Murders. Okay. Stephen Merchant has joined Hugh Jackman in Wolverine 3. I love Stephen Merchant, but I can't picture him in a Wolverine movie, so I don't know what he's playing. Everybody seems to be in secret roles here. So, yeah. Robert Downey Jr. teases the possibility of Iron Man 4. When asked about it, he says, yeah, I think I could do one more. So he's definitely open to the idea now, whereas before he used to keep shutting it down. He seems to like doing the ensemble stuff lately. That's why he loves the Avengers films. That's why he wanted to do Civil War. It's why he's doing the Spider-Man film. He says he loves doing the ensemble stuff with the other actors. But now he looks like he's warming up to another solo Iron Man. So we'll see if Iron Man 4 maybe comes in phase 3? Phase 4. Phase 4. Yeah, it'd be phase 4 because he's not scheduled for phase 3. Wow. The final season of Hell on Wheels premieres, season 5 will premiere Saturday, June 11th. Catherine Winnick joins the Dark Tower. We have the first trailer for Dear Eleanor, starring Jessica Alba and Luke Wilson. The first trailer for Search Party. The third official trailer for Kubo and the Two Strings. We have Everything Wrong with Star Wars The Force Awakens. You can check that out, it's pretty awesome. DreamWorks Animation, I should say, not pictures, their animation studio has been acquired by NBC Universal, so Comcast now owns that. I do have an article up with the spoilers of what the after credits scenes will be for Captain America Civil War. I did not read it personally because I would like that to be a surprise, but I did post it, so you can check that out if you're interested. Just look for the article on our Twitter page from a couple days ago. You can see what the spoilers are. James McAvoy and John Boyega are joining the BBC and Netflix's new miniseries called Watership Down. When Comcast bought out DreamWorks Animation, they paid $3.8 billion for that one. Sylvester Stallone may play a mob boss in an adaptation of Mario Puzo's Omerta. A prequel to The Omen is in the works over at 20th Century Fox. Alec Baldwin's going to host an ABC channel revival of The Match Game. Lego Star Wars The Freemaker Adventures is set to debut on June 20th. A movie based on the sci-fi short Miles is getting a feature film being brought to you by David Goyer, so that's pretty cool. Drew Barrymore will narrate Ellen DeGeneres' NBC reality show called First Dates. Matt Mikkelsen reveals that he plays, Felicity Jones. He plays her dad in Star Wars Rogue One. Paul Rudd is set to star in the World War II era biopic film called The Catcher Was a Spy. Now, we've been talking a lot of rumors lately about that Tomb Raider reboot. We've been saying Daisy Ridley's in negotiations. She even confirmed she was in negotiations. We really thought Daisy Ridley was going to be our new Tomb Raider. But it turns out we get an Oscar winner instead. Yes, Oscar winner Alicia Vikander is now officially the new big screen Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider reboot. I like this. I love Daisy Ridley. That would have been cool. But Alicia Vikander is pretty damn awesome. She just won an Oscar. She was she was in that movie with Eddie Redmayne that got all the awards at last year's Oscars that I'm just spacing what the name is of it right now. But she was also in Ex Machina, which she was amazing in. That was the first thing I've ever seen her in. I loved her in it. She was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and I loved her in that as well. She's going to be in the new Jason Bourne movie. She is one of the hottest new actresses going today, and she's going to be a badass new Lara Croft. Looking forward to that. We have the new TV series trailer for the new Uncle Buck reboot. You can check that out. There's going to be a new DC Universe exhibit going on in the Warner Brothers Tour of Hollywood, where you can see all the stuff from all the movies that WB is doing right now. You see the first teaser for CBS's new TV show called Brain Dead, which has Congress getting taken over by aliens. Penelope Cruz is going to headline a new upcoming drama called The Layover. Let's see. Oh, and very, very exciting news. Just this past Friday, big news broke that we are officially, it is confirmed by Marvel and by Netflix, we're getting our Punisher TV show. So very excited about that. John Bernthal coming back, reprising his role as Frank Castle, a.k.a. The Punisher. The Punisher getting its own spin-off series over on Netflix. No word yet when this series will debut, where it will fit in with the Defenders or any of that kind of stuff. But it is happening. They loved him so much in Daredevil Season 2. He did such a great job. The ratings have been so great. Netflix said, let's do it. We all kind of assumed this would happen, but now it's official, and I love it. 20th Century Fox says they will not be presenting at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Just another studio that's pulling out. Everybody seems to be pulling out of Comic-Con. I don't know what's going on. Y'all better regulate. Zootopia will arrive on Blu-ray and DVD on June 7th. Is Taylor Swift playing Dazzler in Apocalypse, in X-Men Apocalypse? I don't know. Maybe. You'll have to wait and see. A Shinobi movie's coming. I used to play Shinobi all the time, man. Back when there was things called the arcade, I used to put many quarters down to play a little ninja game called Shinobi, and now there's a movie in development with Sega and producer Mark Platt. So very excited to see a Shinobi film. Iron Man director Jon Favreau says that he would love to come back and make another Marvel movie if the story was right. So I would love to see Jon Favreau come back into the Marvel Universe. I think he's executive producing Infinity War as well, so it looks like we may get him back sooner rather than later. Elizabeth Moss is set to star in Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale that they're going to be doing. We have an article up with the 15 highest grossing actors of all time, and you'd be surprised at some of the names in here. Check that out on our Twitter and Facebook page. Dark Matter and Killjoys have official premiere dates for season 2s over on the Sci-Fi Channel. You can check that out if you're interested. There's going to be a Jack Ryan series that Amazon is doing, and they've signed on John Krasinski to star as Jack Ryan, so that is very cool for him. The Maze Runner, The Death Cure, is delayed indefinitely. Yes, Dylan O'Brien, who's of course the lead of the series, he's still in the hospital after he got hurt on set about a month ago, and so they don't know when he's going to get back, and they want to wait for him, so the movie is officially indefinitely delayed till he's ready to come back. Captain Fantastic, we have the first trailer for that, starring Viggo Mortensen and Kathryn Hahn. The Flash movie. This was big news that broke over the weekend as well. It lost its director. Yes, Seth Grahame-Smith, who has been signed on for a while now to do the Flash movie, has left the project, citing creative differences. So, don't know what's going on there. Hopefully they get us a new director here soon. I think they have a little bit of time before they start filming, so they don't have to rush too much. But it is definitely very sad to see a director leave over creative differences. You wonder what's going on there, and hopefully they figure it out. Could be for the better. Look how Ant-Man turned out, right? So, we'll see. This guy is an untested director. He's only been a writer before, so maybe they're going to get somebody a little bit better to do The Flash. The TV show The Ranch, which I know our boy Friggins really, really loved. I think it looks stupid as hell, but maybe I'll check it out. But I guess enough people watched it because Netflix has officially renewed The Ranch for a second season. Mad Max director of Fury Road, George Miller, is supposedly maybe a candidate to direct the Green Lantern Corps movie. Ooh, that would be interesting, so we'll wait and see on that. Supposedly, Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, is going to be in Avengers Infinity War. So yes, you may see her character pop up in Infinity War before she even has her solo film. So, like I said earlier, they're talking about announcing the director and the actor that's going to play Ms. Marvel. So if they have that locked in this summer, she could definitely be in Infinity War. There's going to be a new extended cut of The Martian coming out soon, and that will have 10 extra minutes of footage. Jeremy Irons, who played Alfred in Batman v Superman, they just announced that he will be returning for Justice League. Yes, he's coming back for Justice League to reprise his role as Alfred, which I love. I thought he was a great Alfred. Captain America Civil War opened up internationally this past weekend and opened up to over $200 million. So off to a great start internationally. Beyonce scores her 6th #1 album with Lemonade. And lastly, the news, this just broke today. Justin Lin, director of most of the Fast and Furious movies, he's directing the new Star Trek movie that comes out this summer. He has just signed on to direct LeBron James in Space Jam 2. Yes, it is official. Space Jam 2 is coming and will be starring LeBron James, directed by Justin Lin. So that's your latest late-breaking news that just happened right before I started recording, so you were completely up to date. So there it is, my friends. That is 3 weeks worth of news. We've dibbled through a lot of stuff. I hope you've soaked it all in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and send me a tweet, either at Am I On The Air or at DXDonMega. I would love to answer them for you. Let's talk about some release dates and box office for the week. On DVD and Blu-ray tomorrow is going to be Joy, The Fifth Wave, and The Choice. In theaters this Friday, I already told you, it's Captain America Civil War. Go out and check it out, especially in IMAX if you can. There's a big 17-minute action sequence in this film that was shot in IMAX with these brand new awesome cameras, and this scene, from what I understand, is one of the best comic book fight action scenes ever done, and just overall one of the best action scenes ever done in history of film, and that will be in complete IMAX, so go see it in IMAX if you get a chance. Let's talk weekend box office. Coming in number 10, it was Criminal with $1.3 million. Number 9 is Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice with $3.8 million. Number 8 was The Boss with $4.2 million. Number 7, Ratchet and Clank, making its debut with $4.8 million. Number 6 is Zootopia with $5 million. Number 5 was Barbershop, The Next Cut, with $6.1 million. Number 4 was another debut. It was Mother's Day with $8.3 million. Number 3 was a debut of our cute little kitty cat Keanu, bringing in $9.4 million. Coming in number 2 with another $9.4 million is The Huntsman, Winter's War. And holding on number 1 once again for 3 weeks in a row, it is The Jungle Book, bringing in another $42.4 million. Woo! That is crazy. Lots of money. So that is your box office report. That is your news. That is your show. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Please like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Get all the news as it drops on your Facebook feed there. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. If you're a big Twitter person and you want to know what the news is as it drops, so you always know what everything is up to date, you know, you don't have to wait for the podcast every 2 weeks or so. Follow Am I on the Air on Twitter. I do news updates several times a day to get you up to speed. Follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. You can subscribe and download us on iTunes if that's your thing. If it is, please leave us a little comment. You know, it really helps me out. If you like to listen on the go through apps, Stitcher is the app to go. If you listen on Stitcher, give us a little thumbs up. There's a thumbs up, thumbs down icon. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps in our ranking on Stitcher. We're available on Google Play now, Google Play Music. We're available on TuneIn. And we are available on YouTube. It's youtube.com/amiontheair. We're on Instagram, so follow us on there. We're on Periscope. And just search Am I on the Air on all your social media and try to find us and follow along. Of course, our supporters here at reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio. So you always know what's going down with this show. Am I still on the air? Red Dragons Assemble. Everything that's going on. All the other shows on the network. Welcome to Banshee, everything. Check out reddragonsradio.com. Alrighty, y'all. Well, this is May 2nd of 2016. This has been... Oh, I didn't even explain the show title. I told you tonight's show title is called I'm Tech Tonic. That's from the movie Keanu. Key and Peele act very white in this movie, and they go to a strip club that's very deep, and they got to come up with aliases really quick, and they're like, who are you guys? And and Jordan Peele says, I'm Tech Tonic, and that just cracked me up so much. And then Peele was like, and I'm Shark Tank. And so they come up with these aliases of Shark Tank and Tectonic that they run with for the whole movie while they're with the gangsters. And I just love that. Tectonic. So that was the show title tonight. I like to usually do like something that goes in theme with the movie reviews, but I had 4 movie reviews to do, and I didn't want to do some big long title like The Boss's Jungle, Huntsman's War of, Keanu. It was just too many movies to juggle, so I just went with I'm Tectonic. So, yeah. So, I'm Tectonic, and I'm out this beach. Thank you for listening. Tell all your friends and family. AmIOnTheAir.com is the place to be. Bookmark it. Check out all the movie reviews, box office, trailers, and listen to the show. AmIOnTheAir.com. I'm Don Mega. I'm your host. It's been awesome. And until next time, my friends, peace!
Red Dragons! Baggy!
Red Dragons!